Hello everybody, Aaron the Nintintrovert here, and welcome back to the channel. This is part 3 of our Super Mario World playthrough, and how's everybody doing today? You doing good? I'm doing pretty well. Had a pretty eventful weekend this past weekend. I turned 25, so yeah, having a bit of a existential, a midlife crisis, we'll say, now that I'm a quarter of a century old, which is really disturbing to think about, so I'm going to try not to think about it too hard. But I did get to go to a comic convention this past weekend. It's the third convention I've got to go to. Got to meet some pretty cool voice actors. I met Carlos Alazraqui, who did the voice of he was Rocco. He was Rocco on Rocco's Modern Life. Gee, Spunky, laundry day is a very dangerous day. And he did a bunch of other stuff. He was Mr. Crocker on the Fairly Odd Parents. Fairies! I shouldn't say was. I guess he still is. Fairly Odd Parents is still kind of going. It's been rebooted a couple times, so it's not the original series, but they've got like a new series. It's I think it's called Fairly Odd Parents: A New Wish, which is about this new girl named Chloe, I believe is her name. So instead of Timmy, it's like years later, and it's their next god kid or whatever. But you know, he still does the voice of Mr. Crocker in that. He's done a bunch of other stuff too. He was Laszlo on Camp Laszlo, if anybody remembers that show. But yeah, it was a pretty good time. I got to meet who else was there. My favorite show of all time is Avatar: The Last Airbender, and so Zuko's voice actor was there, Dante Bosco. So that was awesome getting to meet him. Got to hear him say hello, Zuko here. So that was great. Greg Baldwin, the voice of Zuko's Uncle Iroh, also from Avatar. He was there as well, not the original voice of Iroh. Mako, who voiced him in the first two seasons, because he sadly passed away during the show's production, and so they brought in Greg to, he was always Mako's understudy, but anyway, he was there. He was awesome, talked for a very long time. He also did the voice of Aku, the shape-shifting master of darkness from Samurai Jack. Jeanette Varney, I believe is her name, who did the voice of Korra from The Legend of Korra, which is the follow-up series to Avatar. She was there. Who else did I meet? The voice of Tails was there from Sonic the Hedgehog, both in the games and in the movie. So that was neat. My little nephew Cooper got to meet her because he really likes Sonic games, so that was cool. But yeah, it was a really good time. Oh, and I got to meet the actresses who played the sisters Ashley and Hillary on Ashley and Hillary Banks from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Fresh Prince, of course with Will Smith and Alfonso Ribeiro. Probably the funniest sitcom out there, in my personal opinion. Me and my brother both really enjoy Fresh Prince. But anyway, so yeah, that's all of the voice actors I think that I got to meet. I'm trying to think who else was there. I got to sit in on a panel where they had the voice of some of the ones I already named. They also had like a Beast Boy from Teen Titans. I didn't get his autograph though, because it starts to get kind of expensive, so I didn't get everybody's autograph. But yeah, they had the voice of Beast Boy there from Teen Titans, who I believe was probably stoned out of his mind, if I'm being honest. He he didn't really say a whole lot. He was just I don't know, like he was on a whole nother planet. I'm trying to see if we can get that secret exit there without having to get rid of Yoshi, but we're probably gonna have to here. Let's see if we can get a run and go here. But yeah, this is the very first level from Mario to have wigglers, which are those caterpillar enemies there that when yeah, we're gonna have to lose Yoshi. Sorry, Yoshi. But yeah, the Wiggler enemy, you bounce on him and then he gets all angry and he turns red. They recently added him as a DLC character for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. But yeah, this is where he first made his debut. But anyway, I don't know if I said at the start of this episode, but we're in the Forest of Illusion right now, which is kind of just a big elaborate maze, basically. As we got to try to work our way through here. Pretty much every level has a secret exit that we've got to find. So yeah, we're just going to continue, just keep on keeping on here, and make our way through this fifth world of the game here. But yeah, I had a really good time at the comic convention. Yeah, they had Beast Boy from Teen Titans. They also had the voice who did Cyborg from Teen Titans. They had a lot of Teen Titans actors there. It's interesting. They had the guy who did the voice of Slade, who also did Mr. Lancer on Danny Phantom. Yeah, the guy who did Cyborg, he also did the voice for... he was the Penguin. I didn't realize that, but he was like the Penguin King from the Mario movie that came out last year that says, you know, that is but a taste of our fury. Do you yield? But yeah, I didn't actually meet him or the voice of Beast Boy or Slade. There was just so many people to meet. We kind of ran out of time. I probably should have gotten an earlier start. The lines were a little bit busier than at the last con that I was at. So it was kind of a time, but also kind of a money thing too, because it's like, you know, when each of those actors charges like, you know, anywhere from like $40 to $100 to get an autograph and a picture with him. It starts to add up. So I'll probably spend a good $400 or more at that venue. Oh, come on. Okay, well, I guess we're not getting that one up. But oh well. But yeah, it was a good time. I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed sitting in on that panel, and yeah, looking forward to the next one that I get to go to. There's still a handful of voice actors I really want to meet. Sorry if this is just something you're not interested in. I'll probably shut up about the con here in a minute, but still riding the high off of it from this past weekend. But yeah, I'm a big video game fanatic, obviously, which is why I'm doing this whole gameplay channel here. But I also just am equally passionate about the animation industry, cartoons, just like all the different voice actors and the show creators and just the people that go into making animation, be it, you know, the cartoons that I grew up with on television from like Nickelodeon and Cartoon Network, like in the early 2000s, as well as just, you know, animated movies from DreamWorks and, you know, Disney and stuff. So yeah, probably be talking about a lot of that on this channel as well, because that's another of my passions. But yeah, it was a good time. I still want to meet someday. You know, I've got to meet some pretty talented voice actors. We got you know, Greta Lyle. I've met Tom Kenny now. A decent handful of others. Roger Bumpus, who does the voice of Squidward Tentacles from SpongeBob. I still want to meet Tara Strong. She's probably my next most one that I want to meet, who did Timmy Turner on The Fairly Odd Parents. She does a lot of male characters. She did Raven on Teen Titans. She did... I'm trying to think. She's done a bunch of stuff. She's Buttercup on the Powerpuff Girls. She also did Tommy Pickles from Rugrats, although I didn't really grow up with Rugrats. Gosh, what else has she done? She's done a million voices. Actually, let me think. I'm trying to think. Is she? I'm starting to doubt myself now. I'm having second thoughts about. I was thinking she was the voice of Buttercup, but actually, I think she was Bubbles. Now that I think about it, so who would Buttercup have been? I don't know. I'm gonna have to look and see. Maybe she did both. That's really gonna bother me. I'm gonna have to look that up and see which one of those was Tara Strong, or if they were both Tara Strong. But yeah, who else do I want to meet? There's this guy. He's probably a little bit lesser known, but he's a super talented guy who did the voice of. He does Squilliam Fancy Son on SpongeBob, but then he also does stuff like. He was number 4 on Codename Kids Next Door. He was Tarlok on Avatar, or on The Legend of Korra. He does the voice of a bunch of the different animals in Avatar, like Appa and Momo, and he does animals in a bunch of shows. I want to say he was Waddles the pig on Gravity Falls. But yeah, he's an awesome guy who I really want to meet someday at a convention or something. Which way did I go last time? Did I? Yeah, I already got the secret way. I need to just beat this level regularly. But yeah, I want to meet that guy. I'm drawing a blank now on what his name is. I always do this. I put myself on the spot, and like I know it. As soon as we stop recording, the name will just come right to me. Oh Lord, got a million of these Rip Van fish here trying to kill us. Yeah, there's a lot of slowdown on this level. I noticed a lot of these enemies on screens, kind of making the game chug a bit. God, that's gonna kill me thinking of what his name is. I know it, but where I'm recording, it's I'm drawing a blank. Oh, okay. Yeah, I was thinking, are we going to get all fire flowers this time? But no, clearly that is not happening. Yeah, we got 2 1-ups. It's better than nothing. Got 82 lives here. Probably get up to 99 by the end of our playthrough. D. Bradley Baker, that's his name. There it is. It finally came to. I had to stop talking for a second and just think. I had to do like Jimmy Neutron and have a brain blast. Just think. That's another one I'd like to meet. Debbie Derryberry is her name. It's kind of a weird name, but the voice of Jimmy Neutron, because Jimmy is voiced by a woman. A lot of male, like young male cartoon characters are voiced by women. Just that way, in case it's a long-running show that goes on for like 20 years, and then the character won't, go through puberty and age out of it. They like to cast somebody who's going to be able to do the voice forever. But yeah, a lot of those female voice actors are very talented. Where like you would never guess, that they were voiced by a woman. Yeah, you don't really see the reverse so much, where it's like a male voice actor doing female character voices is a little bit trickier, I guess, just biologically, I guess, from the vocal cord range. I don't know. Usually if you do have that, it's more for comedic effect, like if you've got a very masculine sounding woman or something like that, like Grinda from Gravity Falls, like, hey Mabel, that's kind of this very very rough scratchy kind of voice that it's kind of obviously like, yeah, that's a guy who's doing that voice for comedic effect. But yeah, I don't know. I love the voice entertainment industry. I'd love to break into that field someday if I could. But yeah, I just love all facets of it. Jazz hands, yeah. Yeah, we're just making our way right along here. And this one, it's called the Forest of Illusion, because like a lot of these paths you go down are kind of dead ends. Like that one just leads us back here to the ghost house. So we got to play it again to get the other exit. So yeah, it's all about just kind of making your way through the forest. Apparently, the name of this world, I think I've heard in Japan, is something closer to like Lost Woods, which is the name of in a lot of Zelda games you have the Lost Woods. So it's kind of I guess kind of a Zelda reference, you would say, in this game. There's kind of that parallel that's kind of lost in the English translation, where they don't really call these the Lost Woods. But yeah, I don't know why these enemies are just floating at us in bubbles here. I don't know how they manage to bubblefy themselves, but we won't question it too much. Trying to eat him. There we go. Pretty satisfying just to watch Yoshi eat these guys. No. Well, now he's dead. Rest in peace, Yoshi. I like the background on this level. It's kind of dark forest, almost got kind of a Halloween, sort of a spooky vibe to it, even though it's not really supposed to be a scary level. Just kind of a very, I don't know, like kind of reminds you of autumn, just fall time, like we're about to go trick-or-treating or something. Pick up this Goomba here, which in this game apparently they're not actually Goombas. They're called Galoombas, I think, which are kind of like a different species that's like Goombas, but they're not. Can we get this without... Okay, for some reason I was thinking we might have needed Yoshi to be here, but we're good. So we got our secret exit here, unlocked the next level, and obviously earlier there we filled in the blue switch, the Blue Switch Palace there. So we've got all of our switches, so all of our blocks are filled in. We've made our way through the forest, but we're not done. We're going to turn right back around and do some more here, because there's still some more levels to do here. We've not done this ghost house yet. And yeah, so even though some of the exits are just kind of dead ends, we still have to do them if we want to 100% this game, which is why I went for those exits. Can we spin on this guy's head? Some enemies you can spin, okay, yeah, and it won't do any damage. It's kind of a handy move that would be kind of nice if more Mario games had that. Got some ghost dinosaurs, I guess, because again, we're in Dinosaur Land right now. This is the Yoshi's debut, so a lot of dinosaur motifs all throughout the game. A bunch of different dinosaur enemy varieties, a lot of which I don't think really show up in subsequent Mario games, or if they do, it's very infrequent. But yeah, let's go in here. Look out for, I think, is this the one that's going to have some of those weird snot bubble looking things come at us? I don't really know exactly what they're supposed to be, but I just call them snot bubbles. Oh, the block went away. That's unfortunate. Okay, well, this is better anyways. This is better than the fire flowers. Just grab this feather here. Try not to get booed. Excuse me. Pardon me, coming through, fellas. Oh! Can I not crouch when I'm holding stuff? Yeah, I can. I guess I just completely messed it up. Go through here. Yeah, this wasn't the snot bubble one like I was thinking it was. I'm sure we'll run into that later. There might have been one earlier on in this playthrough. I don't even remember. Now, which door do we go in here? There's one there, and then I think there's another one. Is it just the 2 doors? Let's go on this second one here first. Is this going to be the way forward? I think so. We got this very rare moon item that gives us 3 1-ups. Don't really see that in a lot of other Mario games. You get the moons in Mario Sunshine, but that's pretty different. Thirsty. I'm going to take a sip of my sweet tea from Hardee's. Not sponsored, unfortunately. Hardee's hit me up. Or if you live on the West Coast, Carl's Jr., I believe it's called. I always get mixed up. I always want to say Carlos Jr., but it's Carl's Jr., right? Not Carlos. For whatever reason, they have a different branding depending on which. I started to say hemisphere. It's not really the other hemisphere, but which coast you're on in the United States. I watched a video that kind of explained the reason for that. I guess it was like there was a merger between these 2 different chains. And so they, kept, like one of the chains was in the West, and I guess was Carl's Jr., and then the other one was Hardee's in the East, and so they just kind of merged the menus, but kept their respective names for the regions or whatever because of recognizability or something. So, yeah, I don't know. There's some fast food trivia for you. I bet you weren't expecting that today. There's a channel that's pretty interesting you can follow. I believe it's called Company Man, which is just kind of explains, there'll be a lot of videos like the rise and fall, or the rise and fall and rise again of such and such company. And it's pretty interesting. They've got a lot of videos talking about, like, say, the popularity, like, of Buc-ee's, how that's kind of taken over everything, which I don't really get. I went to Buc-ee's for the first time like last year, and I've been a couple times since then, and I don't really see the appeal very much. Just kind of a rest stop when you're on a long road trip and you need to get gas and get some food and stuff. Which, like, I mean, obviously has its place. It's very practical, but got all these people buying Buc-ee's like merchandise and wearing Buc-ee's t-shirts, and they got their Buc-ee's plush toys and whatever. It's very weird. Like it's I don't know, people repping it like it's a Chuck E. Cheese or something, or like it's like they're in Disneyland. So I don't know. It's a little bit weird, just the commercialism with Buc-ee's. Got this Lakitu here who's trying to bait us with a 1-up mushroom. If we take it, he's going to start chucking spinies at us. But you know what? We're gullible. We'll take it. We'll kill him though. That way he can't do too much to us. And we'll just fly our way through this level here. Let's we'll grab ourselves a star. Why not? And as always, we don't really need to worry about the Yoshi coins. We get all of them, we get an extra life, but we don't really need that. We've got our secret exit down here, so let's get that real quick. Why not? We'll take our P-switch. Maybe it'll turn into a... No, I guess not. Sometimes if you're carrying an enemy, like a key or a P-switch or something to the finish line with you, it'll explode and turn into a useful item, but I guess not when we go through the key doors. But let's play this one again here and get the regular exit, and then we should pretty well be done with the forest. I'm really glad that with OBS there's not like a delay or anything when I talk. I know when I wanted to do a YouTube channel years ago, that was always a problem. I was never able to get sorted when I would try to record directly from like within Elgato, because I use a Elgato capture card. So yeah, if you're interested in doing YouTube, doing a gaming channel, look up Elgato and look at the different equipment that they have, because that's what I use. It's pretty easy to hook up. You can just plug it straight into your, one end of it. You plug into a laptop or a PC or whatever. Just want to make sure you have kind of a high-end computer that can handle it. Because that was another problem years ago when I wanted to do a YouTube channel and my setup, couldn't exactly handle it, so there'd be a lot of lag and stuff. Yeah, get a Elgato capture card. One end plugs into your PC or laptop. The other end plugs into, it's got a couple HDMI ports. You plug one end into your TV, and then another cable goes into your console, whether you're playing on Switch or PlayStation or Xbox or whatever. It all hooks in pretty much the same exact way. But yeah. I never started using OBS until recently, though, because I didn't, for one thing, when I first wanted to do this channel, I didn't have like a webcam or anything, so I didn't really need to have like multiple windows to display at the same time. But there was also like a lag, like I would maybe, like when I was humming earlier, like the Mario World theme, on my old setup, there would have been like a delay there, and to where it would have sounded completely out of sync. So I'm glad that that's no longer an issue that I have to worry about. That I'm not sure if it would still be that way if I recorded directly in Elgato's recording software. That might have been something that they've patched out since then. But yeah, or it also could have something to do with where I'm using a more high-powered PC that might be preventing the delay. But whatever it was, there used to be like some audio delay that was kind of weird. We got this level here that's kind of showing off the Super Nintendo's parallax scrolling, I guess, where you got stuff in the background that can scroll at a different speed from the foreground. A little dizzying to look at, to be honest. It's going a little too fast there, but that's another level in the book. So now we're going to do our fortress level, and then we'll go over and do the castle level, because those are two different things. Make no mistake. Once this finishes loading up here. Yeah, so this is the fortress, and then that one over there with the 5 next to it is the castle. The new Super Mario Brothers games kind of do something similar, where you've got like fortress or tower levels. Typically in those, they're kind of like halfway through the world you'll encounter one, and then at the end of the world will be the castle level, which is typically where you fight like the Koopalings or something, Bowser's underling henchmen. But these ones, you always fight Reznor at the end, is the name of the boss who's at the end of these, at least in Mario World, which is these weird, like, I guess they're supposed to be like Triceratops creatures or something that are on a rotating... See, this spin move is so useful, just don't even... Well, okay, never mind. I'm going to say, don't even have to worry about taking damage on those saw blades there, but then we clearly did. Here it makes this a little bit easier, where we've got these blocks filled in, so we don't have to worry about falling to our death. But yeah, then like in Mario 3, and then a lot of the new Super Mario Brothers games, at the fortress you have to fight Boom Boom, who, he was on the fortress levels in my Mario 3 playthrough, if you watched that one. There's a way we can get a bunch of 1-ups at the end of this level here, so we'll try and see if we can do it and not careen into the lava and die. Yeah, we're actually going to have 99... Oh, well, okay. Oh! I'm pretty proud of that. Let's see. Are we going to be able to get a feather so I can show off what I'm wanting to show off? Yeah, I think there's one up ahead here. Got for these buzz saws. Excuse me. Okay, yeah, we'll grab this, and then we'll try our best to get this secret here without messing up. This doesn't count as two different exits or anything. There's this red door that takes us to the boss fight. There's another one over here that does the same thing, but it's the exact same fight, so we don't have to worry too much about it. Yeah, I gotta be very careful here. Make our way across, and bada bing, bada boom. There we go. Got ourselves, how many 1-ups we got here? Like 8 or something? Which we only need like a few, so we're about to max out our lives here. Yeah, I believe that's all we can get. So we got, what, 9? Yeah, 9. Or why not an even 10? But anyway, here's Reznor, so let's murder this guy, or guys, I guess. I don't know if... Is Reznor plural? Are they all collectively known as Reznor? Or are each of them Reznor and together they're Reznors? You know what I'm saying? It's an important distinction that we need to get this figured out. We need to have a committee who sits down and just makes a consensus about it, you know? The official board of unimportant loser stuff that nobody cares about, that's what we'll call the committee. This map here almost kind of looks like the Smash logo, but it's got like kind of the circle with the intersection that goes through it. Okay, now we're on the castle here. Roy's castle. Roy's our boy, so let's hop in here and just take down Roy. He's probably my second favorite Koopaling after Ludwig. We got one of these levels. These are, I don't know if these are my favorite levels here. We kind of got to be patient on these moving block snake. I think it's got a snake block. Just kind of self-explanatory. So we just got to stay on the platform here, try not to fall off and die. And yeah, if we had enough room to run and you know, get enough momentum to fly, we might could fly over this, but that's not really something I want to risk because it would be kind of tricky. Got that little booger on the end there. So these enemies are either called lava bubbles or they're called podoboos. It just kind of depends on which what game you're playing. I don't really think there's much of a distinction between the two, but it's like a little fireball enemy with eyeballs. Depending on the Mario game, yeah, they're either called just lava bubbles or podoboos. So I don't know. There might be a very slight difference. Is there a I'm going to rewind if I die here. I think this will kill me. Okay, yeah, I thought so. I wanted to test that because I'm pretty sure in the GBA version of this game there actually is a secret path under there where you can get some extra lives, and there's a checkpoint that you can't otherwise get. There's a 1-up we can get if we activate this P-switch, but we don't really have any need to do that because we've got our lives maxed out. Oh, didn't want to do that either. This ain't looking very good. I really don't want to die. I guess these are just like miniature Bowsers, I guess. But I don't know. Let's just get in here and murder this guy. Old Roy, who in most Mario games is pink, but again, for whatever reason, the color palettes are all messed up in this one, and so instead he appears kind of purple looking. Take him out, no problem. Normally he walks up the ceiling and the wall and tries to jump on us and kill us, but we took him out pretty quickly, so no worries there. And yeah, that's another world in the books. We've been recording for almost 30 minutes here, so debating, do we want to do another world? I think so far on this playthrough I've been doing about 2 worlds per episode, so we could keep that going, but I don't know. And Mario just blew himself up. Again, he's committing terrorism here. Now he's suicide bombing. Mario found his way through the Forest of Illusion and has put an end to Roy Koopa of Castle Number 5. Onward to the dangerous but tasty Chocolate Island. So yeah, some of that text I think was covered up by my little webcam, but I read it to you, so no, it don't matter. Chocolate Island 1. So this first one's not particularly chocolatey, but as we go on, it will be. So yeah, we'll keep going for a little bit longer. I really don't remember how long my other episodes were, but yeah, I don't know. We won't worry too much about it. We'll just keep going. We'll go maybe halfway through this world and get to the like the fortress level or something. Look out for these big mamas. That's what I always called them as a kid, was calling them big mamas, which is also what I called those the fish enemy that eats you in Mario 3. If you watch that playthrough, I just everything was a big mama to me when I was a child. I don't know why. Blast ourselves out of this cannon here. Then once we step on it, it turns into a little baby. Grab our checkpoint. Look out for the munchers. Once again, not to be confused with the nipper plant. They're very different. 2 very different things. Don't make me pull out the chart. And once we crush down the big mamas and make them all small, then they start breathing fire at us. I actually forget what the names of these enemies are. Apparently in the beta version, though, the big ones would breathe fire too. They would just kind of shoot out like a singular fireball, like Bowser would or something, instead of just the short-ranged little kind of torch thing that they do. We blast through this one as well. Yes. Okay, we made it across. Sometimes I miss that jump. I don't know why. I don't have enough forward momentum, and you just blast and then just kind of sadly fall and careen and die. But that didn't happen this time, which is good. And And now we are onto the ghost house, Choco Ghost House. How do I pan the camera to look around? I want to look around on the map. Okay, that wasn't it. I wanted to look around on the map and see just how many levels are in this particular world, just kind of get a better idea of how far I want to go here. But, oh well, I just barely nicked that guy's head. Look out for these weird floors with a hole in them. Then we got this guy up here. I think he's just called a fishing boo, kind of like a Lakitu enemy, but he's a ghost. He's got like a little, I don't know if it's a little top hat on the back of his head. It's kind of hard to see where he's up in the user interface over there, kind of blocking the screen a little bit. Kind of like that one that we saw earlier who was trying to tempt us with the 1-up mushroom, except this guy's trying to tempt us with death, which, you know, have you seen the inflation prices? Death is pretty tempting right now. No, but anyway, go on the door, Mario. Thank you. Is this where we're going to have those snot bubbles I was talking about? No, still not having them. We got these guys are very weird. I don't know what these are called, but these are boo enemies who, when you face them, they turn into solid platforms. So this is almost sort of kind of a little bit puzzly. We got to lure them over here. That way we can step on their solidified bodies as platforms to get up to where we need to go. Thank you very much, buddy. And yeah, it's another level in the books. So there was a sign that said exit on the outside of the building, right? Shouldn't that be on the inside? Because if you got a door outside and it says exit on top of it, that's actually the entrance. Because if you go in there, you know what I'm saying? That doesn't make any sense. Chocolate Island 2. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Yeah, I think we might get to that fortress over there, and then we may call it an episode. But we'll see. Now this is a weird one. Here, the coins you collect or the time remaining can change your progress. Can you find the special goal? So this one has a secret exit and a regular exit, dependent upon either getting a certain number of coins or beating the level within a certain amount of time. I think we want to get to the second room within 50 seconds, maybe something like that. Is the condition for getting the alternate exit. So let's hurry and do that real quick. So that's the first pipe. So now we just need to get through this one up ahead here, I believe, within 50 seconds. And that will take us to the secret path, I think. I'm pretty sure, anyway. Just try not to fall and die here on these slidey slope platform. Yoshi! I tried to save Yoshi that time. I wasn't going to just leave him to die. That time I actually sacrificed myself to try to save Yoshi, but unfortunately my efforts were in vain. But let's try that again here, one more time. Can we get a Yoshi? No. I think we can get a Yoshi maybe in this one, I want to say. Yeah, I knew there was a Yoshi here somewhere. This was before Yoshi had his iconic voice that he has in a lot of other Mario games. It said he would just make, like in the earliest Mario games, he would just make that noise whenever you grab him, which is kind of still iconic in its own way, but, you know, he didn't have the kind of cutesy voice that he has in, you know, that he still has to this day, you know, where he's, Yoshi, and just I can't do the Yoshi one. But anyway, oh, we just barely made it, 2:51. I forgot about the timer for a minute. But yeah, he's voiced, I believe, by a man. I don't know his first name offhand, but in Japan, Totaka is his first name, and he does the voice. I want to say he does the voice for some other Nintendo characters, like maybe KK Slider from Animal Crossing, and then he also does. He composes a lot of music in Mario games. Well, not just Mario games, but just games in general. He did music for Luigi's Mansion and a bunch of other stuff. I don't know off the top of my head what all else he's done, but a lot of different soundtracks. And every game that he's, or at least most games that he's done the music for, there's like a little secret Easter egg you can find called Totaka's Song, which is this short little melody that goes, excuse me if I'd stop belching, it goes like a do 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 do. And yeah, you can find that little melody hidden in a bunch of different Nintendo games. You've probably never even heard of it, but you've probably played some of the games it's in. So it's in Luigi's Mansion. It's also in Mario Kart 8. If you drive over to Like there's some tracks where there's some Yoshis, because again he does the voice of Yoshi, and like on the side of the road there'll be, like in some tracks, like I think Moo Moo Meadows, there'll be some Yoshis that's excitedly hopping up and down watching the race. And if you go to, yeah, you can see we went into this pipe after 50 seconds. I waited around there, so now we're going to get the other exit. But yeah, if you drive up close to those Yoshis and listen closely, you can hear Yoshi is humming that that song. So it's just kind of a neat little cameo that they put into a lot of different different Mario games and other games besides Mario. Oh, we got the top of it. We got a perfect 50. It's very rare to do that. I hardly ever get the 50, but hey, there we go. Didn't really need it though, because we kind of maxed out our lives, so this is kind of useless. So let's just hit them and see what happens here. I've never gotten all, well, we didn't even get one that time. Not that it really matters. Yeah, I've never managed to get all of them to match, I don't think. I was curious if like you get a special little animation or anything. I've never actually seen it. I kind of feel like you don't. It's probably just kind of normal. You just get a bunch of 1-ups. But let's do this little secret level here. Chocolate Secret. And I like how they give us a little foreshadowing here to the end of the game. Bowser's lair there, and you can kind of see him up in the sky riding in his clown car when the lightning goes off. You can see his silhouette back there, which is kind of just a neat little touch. But yeah, let's do Chocolate Secret. And yeah, something that's kind of neat. Well, you might have noticed there, even whenever you're riding Yoshi, it adds like another layer of like percussion instruments to the song. So kind of some MIDI bongos get added in there. I don't know if I knew I could eat those footballs, but yeah, so that's kind of neat. We get off Yoshi, and then the music's kind of a little bit more simple. Then get on them and it's a lot of other games do that too. Mario Sunshine, most games that have Yoshi in them will do that. You get on Yoshi's back and then all of a sudden you got an extra layer of music. Here's some enemies we can kill and get some 1-ups by sliding into all of them, but we can't really. Oh, I guess we can slide with Yoshi. For some reason I was thinking we couldn't with Yoshi, but I was going to say it doesn't really matter anyway, since you know, we've got our lives all maxed out. There was more of those muncher plants back there, which I'm pretty sure we can stand on with Yoshi. I don't think it'll hurt Yoshi's feet to stand on them. We can also bounce on these guys, kind of like when Mario does the spin move. There's a lot of enemies that Yoshi won't get hurt by when you stomp on him. He's got some very, very durable shoes. I don't know what kind of shoes Yoshi has. Some reinforced steel-toed shoes, I guess. Steel-soled, I guess I should say, because it would be the sole of his foot, not the toe so much. But anyway, hop across these platforms before they fall into the lava and mean certain death for us. And yeah, another level in the books. 24. Hey Patrick, I thought of something funnier than 24. Let me hear it. 25. Which is how old I turned this past weekend. I didn't get a 25 SpongeBob cake, though. That would have been pretty good, but I didn't think about it. I didn't think to ask anybody to get me a SpongeBob 25 cake. The cake was kind of floral, though. It had some flowers on it that were very reminiscent of the ones from SpongeBob that you see like up in the sky. But anyway, I'll beat this level. Has alternate exit in it. Oh, let's eat one of these guys. I don't know if we've done this yet or not on this playthrough, but we eat these. Well, they look purple, but they're supposed to be blue Koopas, and then they give Yoshi temporary wings, and just kind of like Red Bull, basically. Well, instead of Red Bull, it's you know, Purple Koopa. Purple Koopa gives you wings. Never forget that. Now we didn't really need this secret area because again, we're all full on lives anyway. We got another purple guy. That would be very nice. No. Yeah, whatever's in that item box. Probably not that important because we've already got a couple of feathers to fly with. Yeah, we got a secret exit here. And yeah, our regular exit's right there, but they kind of give you a hint with this sign with arrows pointing onward, kind of show there's something beyond this this goalpost here. And there's actually a weird glitch you can do. You might want to avert your eyes for the next 10 seconds if you are photo sensitive, because just a mild epilepsy warning. It might be a little bit hard on the eyes. So if you want to just look away right now, if you do have any history with seizures or anything, and I'll tell you when it's safe to look back. But there's a glitch we can do. If we jump off here, the camera doesn't pan up, and then if we grab the goal, see, I do not look if you have epilepsy. The camera kind of freaks out. It doesn't know what to do when it does the little iris in on Mario. And yeah, it kind of glitches out. You get all these weird colors. And then we go back to the world map here. And you should be okay to look now. But all the colors are just completely jacked up where we did that. Where we didn't... Because normally if you hop up there with Mario, the camera pans up. And then when you beat the level and the circle shrinks in on Mario, it's got it centered in the frame there. But where it's all off-center and it doesn't know where to zoom in at, somehow it just kind of breaks the game here and makes it look like a colorful mess. But that will go away once we enter a level, and I believe even if we go back on the map. What button is it that lets me look at the map? No, that's not it. Okay, let's rewind. There's something. There is a button. I know there's a button we can. Okay, it's not that one. It's not Y. It's not L or R. It's not minus. Okay, the start button. Yeah, let's just take a look around at the map here while it's all messed up before we go on to the next level here. So, did you know about this glitch? Or is this your first time finding out about it? Let me know down in the comments. We've done a couple glitches in this game. There is one more I want to show off later on that's at like one of the first levels in the game. I think if we go back here, it'll go away, but let me check and see. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so anytime it loads a new screen in, everything goes back to normal. We did have to sacrifice our Yoshi to show off that glitch, but I don't know. I think it was worth it. Screw you, Yoshi. I'm kidding, Yoshi. I love you. I'm sorry, Yoshi. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it, Yoshi. It was just a joke. Come back to me, Yoshi. But anyway, let's just beat this level the other way and get the other exit here, which doesn't really take us to a new level or anything. It's kind of a, we need to get it again. We've got to get all the exits for 100% completion. But otherwise, it's kind of completely pointless. It doesn't open up a new level or anything. But yeah, let's just fly through here and get it. I believe we're getting pretty close to the end of the level here. Then we'll do the fortress, and then I think we'll wrap up the episode. Because my jaw is getting very tired from talking. Like, it's physically just very sore. Like I've been chewing through the world's toughest beef jerky. Yeah, we'll fly over here, bypass that exit there, and then there should be another one right up here, along with some one-ups that we don't need because we're all full up. But it's the thought that counts. Yeah. And it just cuts right through there, so kind of, well, I guess we didn't need that to go forward. I guess the other one was kind of useless because you just go around in a big circle. But, yeah, we'll do this one here, which we're actually pretty close to beating the sixth world, but I don't know. We'll probably just save it, because I think we'll do maybe 2 more episodes after this. We'll finish up World 6. And also do Bowser's World on the next episode, and we'll probably beat Bowser and roll the credits and everything, and then we'll do one more episode where we do the we still got to do the Star World and the Special World. It could almost be 3 more episodes. I don't know. Well, let's just play another level or 2 here, and then just we'll call it quits on this one, and then yeah, we'll just we'll see. We'll wrap it up in another episode or 2. Look out for these number 2 pencils, truly the most evil enemy from any Mario game, the Forbidden Pencil. And also try not to fall down into this hot chocolate, the most forbidden beverage in any Mario game. When we get hit in this game, you loot, like if you're, you've got your power-up, your Fire Flower, or your cape, or whatever. Getting hit reverts you all the way back to Small Mario. You don't just turn into regular Big Mario and then get hit again to become small. You just go straight down to Small Mario, which they did change in subsequent releases of this game, like in the Game Boy Advance version, as well as the Mario All-Stars version. They did change it up to where, yeah, if you get hit when you're big, you don't lose everything, or like when you get hit if you have an item like the cape or Fire Flower, then, you know, getting hit just makes you become regular Big Mario instead of losing everything. Just kind of make things a little bit easier. And then also, they also made it where Luigi had a more unique character sprite, because if we were playing 2-player, you could see that Luigi is literally just a green Mario. They just took Mario's sprite here and made it green instead. And I think they might... Oh, didn't know how that was going to work out there. But they also made his... once again, we got a little bit of an easier thing there where we filled in all of the blocks, so he's not coming down and trying to kill us. But yeah, in the re-releases of Mario, Super Mario World, they gave Luigi a more unique character sprite, which is pretty neat, among other little changes. Like I said, there was an extra, like a secret exit on one level in that fortress back in World 5 that we were on, or the castle level from World 5, where if you ride that snake block down into that hole, there's a secret, but that's not in this original version. But yeah, it's another level in the books, and we'll give her an old save, and 45 minutes into the video, yeah, I think that's probably a good place to call it. So thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure that you tune in to the next episode, where we will finish out World 6, probably also do World 7, and then maybe one more episode, and go back and get the Star Road and the special world and everything, and then that'll be a wrap. It's another playthrough that's almost under our belt. So thank you guys very much for watching. Give this video a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button if you're interested. And yeah, see you on the next one. Bye, guys.